Well, his career got off to a flying start after representing the UK at Eurovision with hit song Spaceman, and it's been going skyward ever since. Sam Ryder is stratospheric. He's performing at Hyde Park last weekend and singing with the likes of Hannah Waddingham and Brian May.
Yeah, and we're continuing the Eurovision spirit by uniting by music, performing for one night only in a more intimate venue. Delighted that he joins us now.
This is even more intimate.
Very
having
intimate.
it right here. Hello,
Sam. Good to see you.
Good. Thanks for having me. How are you guys doing?
Good. Right. Lorraine made that comment earlier. We were just chatting to her when she was telling us what's coming up in the show, and she said, there's a thing about Sam, when you see him, you just smile. You just bring out that dude. All of us have just got this big old beaming smile on our face, this infectious energy that you've got. It's really lovely to see. How's things? How's life? What's going on?
Life is good. Yeah, Hyde Park was a blast. Did you guys see the show?
Well, it's all
I didn't get to go in person.
Pink. Oh
but
my
we all saw.
gosh! I've never seen Pink play in my life, and I was watching it, and I was just like, I was in awe because in music, you know, some people go and watch each other's shows and try and pinch ideas and stuff like that. What I love about Pink's show is that anyone could go to watch her show and be like, that's great, but I can't trapeze, so... it's just amazing. And a lovely person. I got to say hello, which is... Yeah, I shuffled up very nervously. I was like, can we get a picture, please? But she's a legend.
And Brian May as well. I mean, honestly, you're performing with some absolute legends as well, Sam, not just having pictures taken.
Very, very lucky.
What's it like being stood on stage performing with him?
Well, I just always, like, out of habit, always just scream.
There's a lot of hair.
Go on, Brian! When his guitar solo's coming up, like, right in his ear, and it's just funny, you know, like...
And the wonderful Hannah Waddingham as well, who is absolutely flying.
She is fabulous.
What a voice
she's Dame material, isn't she?
And then some. Yeah. Is there plans to do more with Hannah?
I hope so. I mean, we've been chatting.
Have you?
Yeah. You know what? I'd love to do a version of Barcelona.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
I think we've been chatting about this, so we're going to try and make it happen.
So what were you doing with Brian May, then? Were you doing his song or your music? What was it? What was
Brian played the guitar solo in my new song, Fought and Lost.
Ah.
And, I mean, that was a funny phone call. Because I was sitting there watching Ted Lasso, because I knew the song was coming up in the series, and I was really excited about it. And I've never seen the show, so I was absolutely binge-watching it. And I don't know, have you seen Ted Lasso?
Yes, love it.
Such a gorgeous show.
Amazing.
And then as I was watching it, I got a phone call from a number I didn't know, because I don't have Brian May's number, or I didn't at the time. I was like, hello? And quite annoyed, actually, because I was missing Ted Lasso. I was like, Sam, it's Brian. This song's wicked. And I was like, Brian May! And he's like... And it turned out, because I'd put some feelers out there, like, do you think Brian would like to play a guitar solo on top? And talk about, like, a legend. I mean, him and his wife, Anita, they're so lovely and kind. And meeting them both at the show at Wembley Stadium, getting to sing together, he's just a real diamond. It's so lovely.
God, I can't imagine that. Yeah, it's Brian. Oh. Brian who?
Brian
May. What?
That's literally how it went.
And you're doing a gig, United by Music gig as well?
Yes, yeah. Playing an old sort of stomping ground, the Chinneries in Southend, which is a super important grassroots music venue. We don't have a great deal in the UK. We need to protect them, and going back there to play, which hopefully, because I played the Chinneries a bunch of times, it used to be a real big deal, like in sort of the scene where I sort of came up in music. And there was never anyone there because I wasn't really sort of... Well, just no one knew the music, you know? But you still loved it, and you went and you played to your same 10 mates that were sort of commiserating and clapping. And like, oh, you're still doing this, mate? But yeah, we're going back, and I'm hoping that it'd be lovely to experience an important venue like that with people in it.
Well, look, before you do that, you're going to perform for us,
you got a little bit.
But in a moment,
yes.
we're gonna come back and give you a chance to do that in a moment.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because so the reason we're moving this around is because we're trying to get the health secretary all plugged in, a little bit like we had with Wedge Streeting earlier.
There's a lot of people putting mics on and things in ears
that
aren't going as quickly as we'd hope. It's absolutely chaos.
He's not even out there. He's down the line.
He asked to borrow my hairspray as well.